Hello there, I'm Tony and welcome to the summary video of my portfolio of 2 games. I designed and developed my first game during the last pandemic lockdown. It's a 2D casual retro-style mobile game called Please La CB, which was published on both Play Store and App Store. It's a basic but extremely challenging endless runner with a bit of story progression through dialogues assigned to certain scores. It's a satire based on the pandemic period where people had to seriously social distance or risk being infected by the virus. I made this game with Godot Engine and I had no programming knowledge or experience at that time. Everything from the coding to the design to the writing to the music were all done by myself except for the pixel art, which was mostly done by an artist I hired from Fiverr. The objective of the game is to avoid as many people as possible while the character rushes home. The further they go, the harder it gets, the higher the score. This requires the players to tilt the device to move left and right. As the virus is invisible and airborne, the player cannot get too near anyone. Achieving the 7-star rating will also show the player the ending of the story, which has a little twist. The player could also put their name on the online leaderboard if they beat the scores that are already on it. To monetize the game, I made an ad-free paid version and a free version which contains ad banners and video ads which would autoplay after a few runs. I was very pleased that the game received some media coverage from IGN, Southeast Asia, Fly FM, Juice Online, Vulcan Post, just to name a few. When I was developing this game, I realized just how much my creativity was limited by my lack of skills in programming, so I enrolled myself to a computer science foundation course called CS50 by Harvard X. The course provided me with strong basics in programming. Throughout the course, I have solved programming problems and coded in C, Python, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SQL, and for its final project, I chose to develop a PC game. I only had 3 weeks to complete and submit the project, so I decided to make a short and simple 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up called Bersih Warrior CS50, which is symbolism of Bersih 2.0 movement in Malaysia. As for the final project for the course, I had to teach myself to use a framework called Love 2D and a programming language called Lua, which was influenced by C++. Unlike Please La CB, which was created with Godot Engine, I had to code almost everything from scratch. The player's objective is to beat 3 enemies and each of them has unique abilities and weaknesses. If the player manages to defeat them within 2 minutes, the player would unlock the hidden boss to fight and their HP will be fully replenished. For movement, the player can run and squat and jump. The velocity increases as the player runs longer in a direction. For attacks, the player has fast light punches, slow heavy kicks, and a special powerful long-range attack called Blood Ball. Blood Ball can be triggered with a sequence of buttons, much like triggering Hadouken in Street Fighter, but triggering it would sacrifice half of the player's HP, hence the name Blood Ball. The enemies were programmed to have different action and they are triggered randomly and may also depend on where the player is. The player has to learn the movement of each enemy and find the right opening attack to be used or be killed if they are too slow to dodge. And I think that's it. I hope this video was able to demonstrate my game designing and development potentials despite being limited by my lack of technical skills and time. Thank you so much for watching.